What's up, there? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Yeah! When I ask that, y'all just say, we do that rehab time, we say, yup. Y'all good? Yeah! I'm gonna say that, make sure y'all don't sleep on me, all right? So I might talk a long time, but Latoya, thank you for bringing me out here. It's crazy because, was it 2012? Right? 13? I mean, I wasn't speaking really anywhere too much. I mean, my following on Facebook was a lot, but it wasn't what it is today. And you took a chance on me to bring me out here, so I'm grateful for you. Thank you for bringing me back out. That means a lot to me. And it's people like that that give you inspiration. She gave me a platform to share my heart, so I'll never take that lightly. So give it up for her. Anytime I speak, I don't know if you ever heard me speak before, but you've seen the videos. I like to come from my heart. And so I might go all over the place today, wherever God leads me, because He's the Lord and Savior of my life. Without Him, I'm nobody, so I don't know what you believe in, but that's what I believe in, so I'm going to speak about it, all right? Amen. But the question I want to ask you right now, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions tonight or today, because it's not about me, it's about you. It's about a dream, a purpose, a vision that God gave you. And so many times we get so distracted, especially in social media world. We get distracted by our past. We get distracted by people's opinions. We spend so much time and energy on things that don't move us forward, and yet we complain we're not moving forward. So my question I want to ask you right now is, what do you spend your time doing? Because a lot of people talking, but few people living. A lot of people's about that life until that life show up. So you coming here today is not going to change your life. I'll be real with you. I can't change your life. I'm not a life changer. Only you can, only God can. But I'll tell you something, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you will make a change. A lot of us, we say we're like that, but we say next time, tomorrow. Let me tell you something right now. Tomorrow doesn't exist in your mind. Tomorrow is not promised. Straight up, look at the people in Paris. Let's be real. Tomorrow is not promised, so stop living life like it's guaranteed. You don't have tomorrow, you have now. The perfect time that exists is right now. So what excuses are you giving yourself? I'm not good enough, I don't have the resources. Forget the resources. You know what I had? An iPhone camera, that's it. I had a story, that's it. And I'll be real with you, I never wanted to be a motivational speaker. This was my biggest fear. Standing in front of people talking in New York. When I come to New York, I got to be ready. Y'all let me know, right?
That's right.
I'm a Texas boy. This was my biggest fear. But it's amazing for me when God has something that He wants you to do. When He has a purpose for your life, He'll give you the strength to endure it. Yes. A little bit about my background, I was a football player. I played at Baylor University. I played with the Redskins, the Seahawks. I played in the NFL. And I'll be honest with you. Like, that was the hardest time of my life. And it might not be sports for you, but just imagine something that's your everything. It might be a relationship. It might be a job. I don't know. But that was my everything. So if I feel like I lost that, my identity, ever since I was little, it wasn't Trent. It was Trent the football player. Trent this, Trent that. So if I lost that, who would I be? But I'll tell you something, living my life and finally answering the calling that's been placed in my life since I was 5 years old. God showed me that I'm going to allow you to lose your everything just to show you what's nothing that you ever needed. Woo! So sometimes it's funny how God works, right? Sometimes the best way He adds to your life is to subtract. Sometimes some dreams have to fail in order for God's purpose for your life to prevail.
Come on now,
That's
talk
right.
So it don't mean that it's over for you. Maybe your life is just beginning. So think about that. For me, I'm telling you, getting cut 6 and 7, 8 times from teams. Getting cut means they're telling you you're not good, getting fired. I was losing my confidence. I became angry at everybody. I didn't even want to watch football. You can bring Peyton Manning on TV. I'd be like, he's sorry. You can bring Odell Beckham. He's sorry, right? I was angry. My losses turned me into a hater. A lot of us get like that, right?
Yes.
When things ain't going right for us, but I realize that you have the same opportunities as everybody else.
Else.
And I'm saying right now, why tomorrow a hater is just somebody who admires what you do. They just got a different way of showing it.
Woo! That's it. Say it again.
They're nothing but confused supporters.
Woo!
So if they hated on you, wouldn't pay that much attention to you.
That's right.
So for me, I became angry. What am I supposed to do? Like, this is all that I know. Yeah, I went to college, but I'll be real with you. You an athlete? It ain't about school first. Child, please. It's sports. I took speech communications. And it's funny because I dropped out of business because it was too hard at Baylor. Baylor's a private school. I was like, I'm trying to make it to the NFL. I can't do this. I'm changing to speech communications. And it's funny because I took that so I wouldn't fail out of school. But it's funny how God used that. I might have remembered a few things. But now I'm living that purpose that he had for me. At those times when I was losing my life, because you have to realize when you're playing the NFL or that type of status, everything is given to you. I had all the friends in the world, all the support in the world. Anything I wanted, I could have. But I realized something, that's a facade. Because when you lose that, who gonna be there for you? And I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna talk about know your circle. I'm not trying to end any friendships in here. When I talk about that, people start looking who they came with like. Have a conversation.
My circle is here.
A lot of powerful things in because of
Right,
miscommunication.
Gloria?
We don't communicate
Our
with people no
circle
more.
is here.
But for me, what happened, I hit a low, dark spot. And it turned me to drugs, alcohol, all those things, man. And I lost my life. 2 situations changed my life. Number 1, the birth of my son. And it's hard because my wife just sent me a video of him scoring a touchdown and me being away. Like, this life gets hard sometimes. Not being able to be there for him at times like this, but he understands Daddy's purpose. The other day he said, I want to be a speaker. I'm like, at 7 years old, that's great. But the thing about it is, the birth of my son, and I'll be real. A lot of people see my videos, that comes from a real place. I don't be talking about things you want to hear. I can care less if you want to hear it or not. I'm going to speak what's on my heart. I'm going to give you my heart. Some people might agree, some people might disagree, but it's not up to me to please you because I'm trying to please him.
That's right.
Amen.
So for me, my birth of my son, I'll be honest with you, the first time I seen him, the first thing I said to my son was, he can't talk, right? That scene, like the whole birthing scene was crazy, right? And so it's like the most beautiful thing in the world, right? But it's terrible at the same time. So I see my son, and the first thing I tell him was, I don't want you to grow up to be like me. Of course, he didn't know what I was talking about, but as a father, as a brother, as a sister, like, understand something. Whether you want the title or not, you're a leader. Somebody's watching what you do.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you, the people's lives you will change the most won't say a word to you. The people's lives you're affecting the most won't say a word to you. So what is your life, if you couldn't say anything, what does your life say? Because a lot of people talk it. Like, if you know me outside of speaking, I'm very quiet. And it trips people out. Because I'm an observer, I like to internalize, and when I come out, it just comes out, right? But what is your life saying? And for me, my life didn't say everything my parents taught me. My dad's a pastor, my mom's a strong woman of God. But she planted seeds in my life, but I wasn't trying to hear that. I was trying to be a rapper, rap about things I've never done before, shooting people, robbing people. I ain't never done it in my life. Right? But I wanted to be on, I wanted to be cool, I wanted to fit in. Why are you trying to fit in when you were born to stand out?
That's right. Woo! Say it again.
Like, we're so much in the follow mode. For me, it's following Christ. But after that, I'm not following nobody else unless you lead me to him. It's time for you to step up and be a leader. But at that time in my life, I was doing all these things wrong, and I couldn't tell my son because, let me tell you something, with kids, parents, ain't raise your hand. Your kids ain't listening to what you say, they watching what you do.
Yep.
And a lot of people want to complain about this generation. This generation, who do you think the teachers is?
Yep.
You.
That is a fact.
Me. What are you teaching them every single day? And so I said, you know what? It's rehab time for myself. I didn't know what rehab time was. Rehab time with me was mind, body, and soul. That's it. It turned to renewing every heart and body, but rehab time for me, it wasn't for you. It wasn't for nobody else but me. And as I shared my story, the world started to catch on. That's why it's beautiful to me to see somebody watch a video and take it for what it means to them. They can watch a video about relationships. They can portray that relationship to sports or man and woman, so many different things. But rehab time for me was for myself. I never wanted to start an organization, nonprofit. I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I just wanted to change who I was. I said, Trent, guess what? It all starts with you. The second situation that happened was my college roommate. And it's always hard for me to talk about this. But my college roommate committed suicide. Somebody close to me, my bro, everything. My dog, whatever you want to call it. And to see him go through what he went through, and I wasn't there for him. I was so focused on me. I wasn't there for him. He couldn't pick up the phone and call me, so I had so much guilt in my life because one of my closest friends couldn't pick up the phone and talk to me. And I blamed myself for so long to go to his funeral and see a closed casket. And I didn't see none of those accomplishments going with him. I I didn't see all those accolades going with him. It made me realize, what are we really living for? You living for money, which you ain't going to take with you? And I'm not saying you can't have money and live a good life, but if that's your focus, I'm going to tell you right now, you will never succeed.
That's right.
It got to be something stronger than money. What you living for, fame and recognition? I tell people right now, more likes on Facebook, more problems. I wish I didn't have all those likes. All that drama that comes with it, and a lot of people aren't fit for it. But I realized God called me to do something so I can deal with it. Just imagine everything you post, it's a lot of love. But you get a lot of hate that come with it. Right? Y'all probably see on my comment box. You're like, man, you hate me that much? But I realized something. What am I truly living for? Like whatever you is, your business and what you have, is it creating something that will last forever once you're gone?
Yes.
I want to leave a legacy, not just for me, not just for the people here, but I want people to talk about rehab time. Talk about God once I'm gone for years. I want something that'll last forever, but a lot of us, we're so short-term thinking. It got to happen for me. Oh, when I go home today, I'm going to work on my dreams, and if it don't happen tomorrow, it's the wrong dream. Nothing happens overnight. It took me 6 years of grinding, making videos, going to speak for free, everywhere, sharing my heart, working on myself just to get where I'm at today, and I'm nowhere where I want to be. Are you willing to go that hard for your dream? A lot of us say we are, like I said, but you got to live it. So seeing that U-Haul not attached to that hearse, when my friend was laying there, I realized something. I got to live for something bigger. And so immediately I gave my heart, I shared my problems, I said, you know what, I'm going to be an ear and a voice for people who need it. So when you see me posting videos at 3 and 4 in the morning, that ain't scheduled videos. That's real. So people say, Trent, why do you talk with so much passion? Because this is how I talk. I can't help it. Because it means that much to me. So I want to talk about 5 things right now that you can take with you. I take with myself every single day. Number 1 is facing your reality. What is it for you? So many times we run from it. We run from our problems. We run from our situations. We run from everything. Let me tell you something. That situation is not moving. You got to make a decision right now tonight to stand up and fight for what you believe in. Fight for it. Stand up. You might not know how you're going to do it. I didn't know what rehab time was going to be. I just knew my why. And ever since I submitted and committed my life to it, guess what? God provided. Some of us, we plan our lives so much, we plan to die right up out of it. I got to be married by someone 33 kids, 3 hours. And it don't happen, you turn your back. I realized God don't come when he should come, probably. Like, man, God should be here. But he's always what? Always on time. Because he knows the purpose that he has for you. So think about that. What are you running from? Be honest with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. And I hope I step on some toes tonight. I hope you leave out here and be like, I don't like Trent. I'm liking his page and everything. I would rather you do that than to sit here and clap and say amen and yep and do nothing to change your life. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to create a change in you, to make you create a change in yourself. So I want to step on those toes, to make you be like, man, is he talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. And I'm talking to myself at the same time. But what is it for you? What's that reality that you need to face? Stop lying to yourself because you cannot grow lying to yourself. Guess what? The truth hurts sometimes, but I promise you this, it always helps. You can't grow with other people lying to you. Because sometimes our circle will be the main ones lying.
Tell me about it.
Trying to make us feel good. I'm glad I got a team that don't care about my feelings. They let me know when I'm tripping. They let me know when I got to get right. And I appreciate them because they care about my growth. I always tell people, if this was a clip and I'm blindfolded, and you guys are my friends, what you going to tell me to do? Well, that's pretty good. Y'all going to tell me to stop, right? Or take the blindfold off, right? But if you really don't like me. Chuck, what? What else? Keep walking. But I'm going to tell you something. If you really don't like me, you might not say nothing. So think about that with the people that are around you. Just because they ain't telling you nothing, don't mean that they like you. They just letting you construct your life.
Exactly.
So learn how to take some constructive criticism, all right? Not just saying empty opinions. I always say, if you give an opinion, you better give a solution with it.
Okay.
All right, so face your reality. So the question I want to ask you right now, you going to sink or you going to swim? What's it going to be?
I'm swimming.
Let me see your swimming motions. Let me see.
Woo!
Right? You might drown like that. You going to sink or you going to swim?
Swim.
You sure?
Positive.
You ain't got to tell me.
Action.
It's up to you, because I'm going to tell you something. The problems that flood your life, all the things you went through, those problems that flood your life, they're not meant to drown you, people. They're there to teach you how to swim. They're there to make you stronger. I couldn't stand up here if it wasn't for the things I went through. Every person that came up here couldn't stand up here if it wasn't for the things they went through. Those things weren't to break them. They were there to make them stronger. Sometimes God puts you through things to test your faith. So you can have a testimony, so you can have a message. So you can talk with confidence and tell other people that you can get through it because I've been through it and survived from it. So face your reality. Number 2 is release. Another question I'm going to ask you right now. What are you holding on to? If I have a napkin, this gum is like deteriorating in my mouth. Water if I can, please. What are you holding on to that you need to let go of? Think about it for a second. Like I said, it's not just listen session. What are you holding on to that you need to let go of? For some of us, maybe it's your past that you're holding on to. Because I'll tell you right now, oh man, as soon as you make a change with your life, everybody else try to remind you of what you used to be and what you used to do. They try to chain you to your past. But let me be a testimony right now. Is anybody perfect in here?
No.
No. So all judgments can go out the window with that. But let me tell you something right now. Just because you have some bad chapters in your life doesn't mean your story can't end well. But you got to find the strength to take the first step. You got to find the strength to turn the page. Stop being stuck on that chapter. And I'm going to tell you right now, stop being stuck trying to get people on the same page as you. Especially when you got a business and a vision. God gave you the vision, so don't expect nobody else to see it.
That's right.
If He wanted them to see it, He would have gave it to them. And some people ain't going to see it until you make it happen. Those be the same people that told you, what you doing? You're crazy. As soon as you make it happen, I told you can do it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Confused supporters.
That's why I detoxify them assholes out of my life.
Maybe you hold on to expectations that people have for you. Living up to expectations, and I when I go speak on my tour, I talk about this very deep because last year I probably went through maybe one of the worst depressions in my life. I was speaking on stage just to feel empty. I was in a crowded room feeling all alone because there were so many expectations on my life. I mean, just imagine 5,000 messages every single day. Just imagine people asking for videos. People think you have all the answers when I have so many questions myself. People depending on you when they should be dependent on God.
Amen.
I had this weight on my shoulders, this weight that I didn't want to deal with it no more. I didn't want to be Mr. Rehab Time no more. I wanted to go back to a normal life. But I realized something. I was thinking within myself, God didn't call me to live whatever I wanted to live. He called me to do this. And as long as I start putting my faith and my strength in Him, I realized something. Even in your weakness, you can still be strong through Him. Because God's strength is perfected in your weakness. He will give you the strength to move forward.
That is so true.
So for me, those expectations, I had to let them go because some people might think they know what's best for your life. They tell you what you should do, but only you and God know what's best for your life. Meeting expectations is exhausting. And when you're being somebody that you're not, you will always be unhappy. You will never have peace. You'll always be confused. You'll always be angry because you're not being who you are. People aren't going to relate to you when you're not being who you are. Be you. You're enough. You don't have to be some facade. It's okay to be inspired, but don't be so inspired you become a second-rate version of somebody else. Be you. You're enough. Think about that. Maybe you're holding on to bad people in your life. Maybe you need to let go of some friends that are around you. It's time for you to know your circle. Because the people that are riding with you, some of those people really ain't riding for you. And I'll tell you something, that car that you got your dream, because dreams aren't faithful sometimes. They come and they go sometimes. But I always say purpose, because purpose lasts forever. Lack in abundance. Purpose provides peace. So think even deeper. But sometimes when that car runs out of gas, the people that's riding with you, what they going to do? They're going to be pushing it with you, going to hop in the next ride and say, see you later. That was my life. When I was in the NFL, I had all the friends in the world. I had to get 2 cell phones. Everybody. What you need, dog? What you need? I got you. I got you. I got you. But as soon as I hit rock bottom, Those people went out the window. I'm like, man, where did they go? I don't even need a phone no more. I'm going to tell you, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for rock bottom. Why? Because first of all, it made me depend on God as my rock. It made me really find not my mama's relationship that she gave me, but it made me discover my own personal relationship with him. Because sometimes in your darkest moments, God will reveal a plan for you to shine bright. Sometimes it takes learning how to be perfectly lonely just so God can show you what being perfectly loved feels like.
Wow.
So think about that. Because rock bottom, it'll reveal what's real and who's real.
Yeah.
In real situations, expose fake people, so pay attention.
Say that again.
Pay attention. All those people, ask yourself this question right now. If all you had to offer was friendship, that's it. Friendship, that's it. You didn't have no type of status, no type of money, no followers on social media. People care about that these days, right? That's like everything. If all you had to offer was friendship, who would still be in your life? Who would still be there?
My mama.
Who is just tied to the benefits
My husband.
that come with you?
My children.
Because that's real. Those are the people, because I'm not going to lie. When I hit the NFL, I traded all my friends like that was really down for me for some fake facade friends just to try to fit inside a certain type of crowd, just to be on. I bought a certain car just to make sure I looked the part. So I played the part, but I was tearing my life apart. That's when I always say, be you, you're enough. So who is it in your life that you truly can depend on? I tell people like this, if you ain't by I love everybody. But if I can't count on you, if you ain't by my deathbed,
It's a wrap.
if I know I'm dying and you're an emergency person that I call, then I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to be cool and associates and everything like that, but I'm not going to put my life in your hands. I'm not going to depend on you. Because some people are just loyal to your benefits, and when the benefits ends, that's when the loyalty stops.
Yes.
Loyalty is rare.
That's right.
Loyalty is rare. So maybe you need to release some friendships, expectations. Maybe it's your past that you need to release. And so what we're going to do, we're going to call these things today bridges. Bridges that lead you back to where you don't need to be anymore.
Burn them.
Bridges that lead you back to pain. Bridges that lead you back to that same victim mindset that God didn't create you to be. He created you to be victorious. So why are you acting like a victim? Stop pointing the finger at everybody else saying it's their fault. No, it's your fault.
Yep.
And some of y'all be like, Trey, you don't know my story. It's their fault. But as long as you place responsibility in somebody else's hands, guess what? You give them the power to control your life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Start pointing the thumb and say it's on me. Everybody say it's on me.
It's on me.
To move forward, it's on you. To break free, it's on you. Don't complain about the things you aren't willing to change. I'm tired of hearing people complain, but they're doing nothing different to make a difference. Yeah. They're doing nothing different to make a change with their life. So what is it for you that you're holding on to that you need to let go? What are those bridges? Some of us got long S's at the end, right?
Yes.
We got more bridges than New York City, right? That was me. I had a lot of bridges that I need to burn. So what I want you to do right now is burn. I want you to take like 10 seconds. Usually I have some music playing where you actually can think about this. But I want you to take 10 seconds and when you go home, I want you to burn every single bridge that leads your life back to destruction. Because the longer you keep bridges in your life that need to be burned, all that does is prevent you from building the bridges in your life that need to be built. And some people say, Trent, you shouldn't burn bridges. That's not nice. I disagree. There are certain bridges in your life that need to be burned because there's certain things your life cannot afford to go back to. Straight up.
That's right. Woo!
Y'all feel that? Say yup.
Yup.
Say yup.
Yup.
So we're going to face our reality. We're going to release some things. Next, we're going to repair our lives. Everybody's in repair.
Repair.
I'm not perfect. I'm in repair myself with a lot of things. If you stop growing, that means you're dead. Right? You should always be growing. Something that doesn't grow means it's dying or it's died.
He said number 3 was
Grow is a work in progress. Your best can always get better. This should be something that you signed up for life. Not a temporary thing, not a seasonal thing. This is something you signed up for life. I don't plan on quitting. Quitting is not even an option. I'm going to keep going because I know it's the purpose that God had for me. I'm going to talk about something with parents in here. And just period, I realized something. A lot of us, we have a lot of seeds in our life that we didn't even ask for. A lot of generational curses.
Yes.
A lot of cycles.
Yes.
And we just keep the cycle going. But New York, everybody in here, what are you going to do to break the cycle? For parents in here, your kids depend on you. You can't tell your kids to be this and be that, pray more when you don't pray. You can't tell your kids to succeed when you don't believe that everything is possible. They're watching you. It's time for you to break the cycle. Stop picking up that baton of hurt and just passing around. Break it. Get those seeds out your life. And seeds come from a long time ago sometimes. A lot of us, we think like, it's a lot of surface level issues that we go through. Surface level things. Like people hit me all the time, Trent, I keep accepting this relationship, or Trent, my mindset is this, or somebody called me a failure and I believe it. Somebody called me I wasn't beautiful, led me back to depression. I started cutting myself. I said, where did that come from? For me last year, I had to do the boring process. It's boring. But I had to dig deep and be real with myself. I had to man up, and you need to woman up and man up. Because your life depends on it. More importantly, people around you life depend on you. But you got to dig deep. Where did it come from? Where did that mindset, that victim mindset, that victim, I'm a failure, I'm not going to succeed. Where did that come from? Maybe your parents gave it to you. Maybe you watched your parents believe in that. And it's crazy because I'm so me and my wife, we talk about this all the time for our son. I say, how he views a relationship until he gets a chance to make up his own mind is through us. How he views love is through you, or through us. The people around you, you set the tone, you set their world for them. So if you believe, don't please parents, just because it didn't happen for you. Just because it didn't happen for you doesn't mean it can't happen for them. I get 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds, I'm like, why are you on Facebook anyway? But I get 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, hit me up all the time and say, Trent, my life is this, my life is that. I'm like, talk to your parents. My parents aren't there, my parents are too busy. While you're unlocking your dreams, it don't mean nothing if you unlock your dreams. You're successful at that if you're not successful at being there for the ones that love you most. You need to focus on what matters, because you can be all the success in the world. That's why next year I'm not even touring. I'm spending time with my family. I can go every city, every day if I wanted to, but for what? If my son misses me, if my wife misses me, I'm out there to build my family. All this doesn't mean nothing, because I got priorities and principles in place. God, my family, and then rehabbers. I can make videos. But some of us, we're so hungry for money and opportunity. I get it. I understand, but it doesn't mean nothing if you're losing yourself. Trust me, money can buy happiness, it can.
That's right.
But it will never bring you joy.
That's right.
Joy works in lack and abundance. Happiness is just what's happening in your life. So repair your life. Dig up all those seeds of doubt, all those seeds of negativity, and replace those seeds with seeds of faith. Opinions don't matter, people. Understand that they don't. Just because it was impossible to them doesn't mean it's impossible for you. What they couldn't do has nothing to do with what you can do. What they couldn't be has nothing to do with what you can be. When I said I wanted to go to the NFL as a kid, I would get laughed at. That can't happen to you, NFL. I would even tell I'm glad my parents always supported me. My parents put possibility and said, as long as the will of God is for your life, Trent, it will happen. As long as you stay through obedience and be faithful to Him. But everybody I asked, about 90% says, you can't do that. It only happens to point whatever percent of the world. You know what's funny about it as I think about it? Everybody I asked never been to the NFL. When I said I wanted to be a speaker, when I realized this is the purpose for my life. Oh, Trent, you got tattoo sleeves. You don't wear a suit and tie. You got dreads. You're black. You wear a fitted cap. All these things. You wear J's. All these things. And everybody who told me that wasn't a speaker. So why do we take advice from people who aren't successful at what we want to do?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
So get around people like here that will speak into your life. You can be motivated through them, inspired through them, and seeing that, because you should be inspired But I think somebody said it earlier. When you're truly motivated, you don't need nobody to inspire you. It comes from within because that's when you know you're serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
So next, right, we talked about reality, releasing, repairing your life, rebuilding your life. With me, and I always use this time in Rebuild to talk about my story just a little bit. I'm going to be quick. So I don't want y'all falling asleep on me. Y'all good? Yup.
Yep.
Cool. Make sure we have no jumping jacks or Harlem Shake or whatever like that. That didn't go well? Okay, cool. I'll try that.
We don't do the Harlem Shake no more.
But I want you to understand something. When I talk about, can I sit down for a second?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm being lazy today. But I like, every time I speak, I like to take time to, like, reflect. Because y'all have to realize something. This is crazy for me. Like, just somebody that had an iPhone in his room that was sick and tired of being sick and tired with his life. Now, I don't say these things to impress you or to put myself on a pedestal because God should be the only pedestal. Like, celebrity, all that stuff is stupid. The only celebrity to me is him. We all normal people. I'm just a normal person that a lot of people like on Facebook. That's it. But it amazes me when I go across the world. I went to Fiji, Australia, doing this. That's it. So when you leave it, they be like, if Trent can do that, going across the world, what can I do? There's nothing special about this. Me sharing my heart. 29 cities this year. Across the country. Sharing my heart. And it amazes me every single time. I never take it for granted because I remember when I would first speak, it'd be like just this row. That was like my family and that's it. And my few friends that felt sorry for me. But I never focused on the numbers. They always say numbers don't lie. Yes, they do. Especially with social media these days, they do. Just because they numbers look like it don't mean they living. Pay attention. That's a whole other story I'll go into. People always focus on likes and followers. Like, I know somebody who has millions of followers.